The air was thick with the scent of rain and Marcus's heavy, labored breathing. Maya's heart wasn't just racing. It felt like it was crashing against her ribs looking for an exit. The grit of the sidewalk dug into her back, but the physical pain was nothing compared to the cold realization that the man she reported to at 9 p.m. was now the man pinning her to the asphalt at midnight. "Please," Maya choked out, her voice thin. "Marcus, stop. You're hurting me." "Hurting you?" He let out a dry, jagged laugh, his grip tightening until her fingers went numb. "I offered you a way out. I offered you security, and you treated me like a monster. So let's see how you handle the real thing." For a second, the terror threatened to swallow her whole. She thought of Leo's face, of his messy drawings pinned to their fridge, and the way he relied on her for everything. If she disappeared into the night with this man, who would wake Leo up tomorrow? The fear didn't vanish, but it sharpened. It turned from a cloud into a needle. Marcus leaned in closer, his weight shifting as he reached into his pocket for something. Zip ties. That momentary shift in his center of gravity was the only window she needed. Maya didn't scream this time, she acted. She slammed her forehead upward, catching him squarely on the bridge of his nose. There was a sickening crack. Marcus howled, his hands instinctively flying to his face as blood began to spurt between his fingers. The weight lifted. Maya scrambled backward on her heels, her breath coming in desperate hitches. She didn't wait to see if he was getting up. She bolted toward the intersection, her eyes scanning the dark storefronts. "You're dead." Marcus roared behind her, his voice muffled by the blood. "You hear me?" "You're finished!" She reached the corner just as a pair of headlights rounded the bend. It was a local patrol car. The sheer luck felt like a physical shock to her system. Maya didn't wave. She threw herself into the middle of the street, forcing the cruiser to screech to a halt. The officer stepped out, hand hovering over his holster, his flashlight cutting a blinding white path through the darkness. "Ma'am, get off the road." "Help me!" Maya screamed, pointing back toward the shadow of the alley. "He's stalking me. He has a weapon." Marcus stumbled into the light, looking every bit the villain he had become. Blood covered his shirt and his eyes were wide with a mix of shock and lingering rage. He stopped dead when he saw the badge and the strobe of blue and red reflecting off the wet pavement. "Officer, wait," Marcus started, his voice instantly shifting back into the reasonable supervisor tone, despite the gore on his face. "She's unstable. She attacked me. I'm her boss. I was just trying to get on the ground." "Now!" the officer commanded, sensing the raw terror coming off Maya. Maya slumped against the side of the police car, her legs finally giving out. She watched as the handcuffs, the ones Marcus likely intended for her, clicked shut around his wrists. An hour later, wrapped in a thin shock blanket at the precinct, Maya held a warm cup of coffee with trembling hands. A detective sat across from her, recording her statement. "We found the keys to your apartment in his pocket, Maya," the detective said softly. "And the zip ties." This wasn't a misunderstanding at work. This was a kidnapping attempt. Maya looked at her phone. A text from her mother sat on the screen. "Leo is fast asleep. See you in the morning. Love you." The career she had worked so hard for was in shambles. She would have to find a new job, a new routine, maybe even a new place to live. But as she watched Marcus being led toward a holding cell in the back, his power stripped away by the cold reality of a police report, she knew one thing for certain: he didn't have her anymore. The end.